All right, what do you want us to
So,
do, Baz?
so as I was like briefly explaining earlier, there's kind of three ways that you guys can go about playing your mid fights, like in terms of like your mid plan. Uh, Two of them will alter the way that you guys roll out, um, like once you actually get to mid, and then the one will alter the way that you guys play the side that you guys decide to choose. So your default should be, your whole team's going to do the rollout that I went over already, where you guys go through main, and then you come up through baby door, whatever here. And then when you guys play your side, it's pretty simple. You're going to taxi your medic through elbow. You're going to get up here, and your medic is going to be baiting back near choke. Your demo man playing in front of him, and then you're going to have your pocket scout kind of playing, taking pseudo height where he can, without taking too much spam. Be careful of this back wall here, Drew. If you take height up on boxes, it's splash. So
Yeah.
and then while that's happening, your one soldier will probably jump up to concrete. Usually pocket soldier will jump up to concrete here and get a buff and kind of idle in this area here. Again, you can play kind of like pseudo forward to try to avoid taking splash, but you're going to want to play here pretty much. You can also play back here as well. But the other soldier will be playing in big door. This is if you're playing on your side. Like this is the mid I'm going over. Is rolling out and playing your side. Roamer will be kind of sitting in there, avoiding taking spam, and then eventually once the pocket calls, or if your demo man gets damage calls or whatever, you can do, a quick bomb, whatever, pocket gets in. Roamer's going to have a little bit of a longer time getting in, so if the roamer wants to get in first, you can say like, okay, I'm jumping and get in, and then, jump on top of their team that's going to be in their choke. That bomb for your guys' soldiers should only happen if the other team is deciding to play their side, which is most likely going to be the case. In the event that you guys roll out your side and the other team rolls out to push your side immediately, I kind of briefly went over it in the demo review, but sorry, in the original map review, but your guys' demo man needs to first off not overextend past here, like try to stay in the choke and just like get, splashed or to get, like spread damage at the beginning. And if he sees a scout pushing him, immediately back into choke and then stick this off. And then what the rest of the team needs to do is basically play to bomb this area here as if that's going to be your mid play. So you'll roll out whatever. If your demo man calls that they're pushing your side, you buff your soldier up while he's here, and you have him. Okay, I'm using the stock rocket launcher. You buff your soldiers up out of big door here, and then you have them bomb your guys' side from wherever. Um, you know, honestly, like if they're playing your side, like you can honestly just do the high bomb like you would if you were coming out of big door like this, and then just play to sort of kind of box them in. Yeah. Demo Man needs to basically just stick out this and just keep himself alive for as long as possible. Chances are the other team's scouts, at least this happened a lot when I played like main demo. If the other team was pushing our choke aggressively, a lot of times scouts realize that you're alone and will actually feed to, try to push the demo man because they know that he's secluded and he doesn't have like a medic or anything to help him out there. So in the event that, you guys see that their scouts are over chasing into your choke, that should be all the more reason for you guys to bomb your soldiers and just like, kind of land on them as they're walking up into your concrete. While all that's happening, flank scout, first off, you guys should be, the pocket scout should be taxing, your medic up to their side, right? Because you're going to want to play their side because they're not going to be there. And then while that's happening, flank scout, you can jump up on top of, here and then do like a double jump up on top of there. It's easier with winger, and you can help support your soldiers bomb. But yeah, the main thing is making sure that your demo man, C tapping off displacement movement, is the main thing is making sure that your demo man understands and reads that they're pushing their side by not going too far out, sticking himself off, and then calling that they're pushing your side so that your soldiers know to just immediately rip an aggressive bomb on there. The more aggressive that you guys are whenever they're pushing up your side, the better, because they're going to be looking for the opportunity to bully you guys while you're down here by pushing up your side aggressively as fast as possible. So if you guys read the situation like quick enough and you realize like, your demo man calls soon enough that they're pushing your side and you guys rip that bomb, the sooner the better because they're going to be less set up for you. realistically, like the way that the timing should go on the mid is the pocket scout and whatever the soldiers humana they roll out and whatnot, and then they're pushing your side, right, like this, and then the scouts usually first in because the soldiers don't generally bomb the demo man. I mean, they can, but it's not normal because of the low overhang. But the way that the timing should be is that the scout pushes up to about like here, and then by the time that he gets to like here, or if their team is slow, maybe like here, you guys basically catch them while they're in like a really, really, really dubious corner here. The left-hand wall shot, if you want to high bomb this off the ground, is a lot easier with the original. So, but that's also there as an option. It's not really a high bomb, quote unquote, because you're starting from low ground. But yeah, basically you're just looking to bomb them while they're in the corner and pinch them. So that's how you play both ways of playing your side of the mid.
If we're playing our side of the mid, and I see that they're pushing our demo,
yeah,
what would be the play for me to help support my
demo? Your job is to make sure that your medic lives on the mid fight instead. You're not there to support your demo man. Okay. So while you're buffing while your soldiers are getting buffed by your medic in big door and looking to bomb in the corner, your flank scout is going to be the one that's actually going to be, this is going to be the scout that's going to get in to support the bomb. Your goal is to take your medic up through banana and trying to keep him alive so that when their soldiers counter bomb, if they even do, you are in like a good position that's not on low ground to deal with that. So you are basically the only ones on that mid that are going to be. You're basically the only ones. You and your medic are going to be the only ones actually playing the opposite side to their team. If you want, you can take it so that your entire team just goes up banana and you just play like a reverse mid, where if your demo man calls that they are pushing them and you guys want to just take your whole team up to here, that's fine, but it's a net negative for you guys because you're down a demo man. So I would recommend just aggressively pushing here, and then you tax your med up onto height here, and then if their soldiers aren't bombing, you can just walk at them like this. Okay.
So
how? You want to keep your medic's distance, your medic distance from them.
So how it would go is they try to play our side, and our demo backs up, stickies off.
Yep.
Our soldiers bomb in, and I taxi my med up their banana.
Through their banana, yeah. You push to their side. It'll go like this, like blah 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 blah. Demo man's already rolling out. Yo, they're pushing our side. They're pushing our side. Okay, we buff our soldiers. They bomb, and then you just do this with your medic. And then you're looking to see if their soldiers are going to counter bomb. Make sure that nobody is in their choke. Maybe their demo man fucks up and he rolls out thinking that they're playing their side. So you might be able to get a pick on that. But if there's no one bombing you here, then you can just do this. Just bot across the point and just play the support. You can pretty quickly get up through banana, and their team is not going to be looking at you nor your medic. The only caveat that you need to be careful of is the fact that if their soldiers do look to bomb, it's going to be you versus two soldiers, so you need to use this low. Your medic needs to use this low ceiling to his advantage. Okay, so he needs to play debate, or if he's not going to play debate and he's going to play aggressively with you, if you want to play aggressively, you just need to make sure that you're keeping tabs on where their soldiers are, so that if he needs to surf, he can. Because this is unsurfable, right? This low ceiling, but it's also very protected against soldiers that want to high bomb you. So, you have to just kind of keep tabs on where their soldiers are. If their soldiers are in big door, then it's probably best to kind of play here and look to just, like read their soldiers. And if their soldiers are playing like pushing your demo in choke, then you can just walk forward.
In the scenario where they're hard committing onto our side, where would their demo typically be?
Their demo is going to be rolling out with their combo. He's going to be rolling out with their combo through big door, which I'll go over that for you guys.
Okay.
All right. So that's how you play your side. If you guys are going to roll out and try to play their side and try to push them fast, it's going to be the same rollout for everybody, but the only difference is, I think I showed high roller this before. When you get to choke, instead of putting a sticky there and sticky jumping into your choke, you put a sticky on the mid wall here. Excuse me, and jump into big door, and then charge up a sticky bomb and try to get it on the demo instead. If they're playing their side, again, aggression matched with a soldier bomb is going to be your friend. So while that's happening, Drew, you can push up with the rest of your team. You should have your demo man sort of pretty much behind you while you walk forward first. with beam up your ass, and then you'll have your soldiers getting buffed on the rollout here, and they will immediately rip a bomb into their side of choke. You don't really have to high bomb, because high bombing into choke with this low overhang is kind of shit. So if you guys want to do a fast bomb out of big door, you can, like a fast low bomb. I'll let you figure out how to do that because I'm not on soldier right now. But generally, it'll just be one rocket off here and then like one off the mid wall there. But
If I call I'm gonna fast on the demo,
hmm?
should the default be to walk up banana?
If you're gonna fast on the demo, that call needs to happen after you guys decide what side you want to play on.
Okay.
So if you guys put like the first call that should be for the mid play is not like what do our soldiers want to do. It's what side do we want to play. And so because your soldiers positioning and where you guys bomb from is going to be dictated by what side your team is playing on. So if the call is to push their side, then it's kind of just assumed that you guys are going to bomb into their choke, the soldiers. But if you guys are playing their side and you want to fast bomb on the demo, you need to make sure that the rest of your team knows that after the fact, so that they can adjust their positioning based off of it. So it's a secondary comm.
I have a question.
That needs to happen. Yeah.
So I know like on Sunshine the demo calls like where to roll out. Could this also be a map where the demo calls what side he wants to play on?
Yeah, if your demo wants to be the one where he's like, because your demo's the first one to mid, right? So he knows where they're rolling out them better than anyone else. So if he wants to be the one that's like, yo, they're rolling out big door every fucking time, let's try playing their side. Sorry, they're rolling out big door and playing their side every single fucking mid. Let's try going up their side and playing aggressively. Yeah, you can leave that up to your demo man to decide. You can also like poke your demo man and ask him and be like, yo, where are they like defaulting to? And then you guys can adjust it accordingly.
Okay.
So it can be, the info should come from your demo man since he's the one that has it, and then the play call can be up to you. It doesn't really matter.
Wait, Baz,
Yeah.
look, going back into the choke. Look up at the pack.
What?
Or no, sorry, go into elbow. There's a grate in elbow that you can shoot through. It might be on the other one. Oh,
yeah,
right.
It's right here.
Yeah. Do you know about that, Voish?
No.
Don't stand there. Never stand there. It's it's on height.
Nobody should ever be idling, and this is a
No,
transitional.
I mean not an elbow, on that grate. Don't stand on that grate. Because you can shoot through it.
Yeah, it's in heaven. Yeah, it's up there. It's that spot right there.
Oh.
Or right there.
So that's never going to happen.
Just.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wouldn't worry.
cool. Thank you. But
hey, if I see him at there, I'm shooting it.
Yeah, so playing their side, yeah, it'll basically be you have your scout with the beam up his ass. Make sure that you don't rush it. Don't go too fast, and make sure that your soldiers do get buffs for the bomb here. And then you should basically just try to time it up. If their demo man starts sticking this, you can wait like a few seconds for your soldiers to be the ones to initiate contact, and then walk forward while their demo man is dealing with your soldiers, and then you can walk forward. Just don't feed. Just be careful. Like me as a demo man, if I know that they're going to be pushing my side and I don't want to just immediately trap myself off, I will shoot my one sticky bomb into here, and then I will immediately begin following up with shooting like 2 to 3 carpet stickies down here. So just be careful of that. Okay. I think in general, pushing their side should be used as a bit of like a trump card / like a switch up play. I think your default should obviously always be to be playing your guys' side, and I wouldn't abuse pushing their side too much, even if it's working, because the more unpredictable on these mids you can be, the better. It also kind of goes without saying that your soldiers are going to be the playmakers on this mid, so you guys need to make sure that you're not just taking needless spam. So distance yourself from walls. Luckily here, the only real like area that you can get spammed from like this whole area of concrete on the mid is just if they manage to hit floor spam on you, which is good. So, but yeah, generally you guys just don't want to be taking too much damage on the mid so that your bomb actually works. It's going to be especially difficult for your roamer if he decides to chill in big door like a lot of roamers do. You basically just need to be playing back and sort of like not drawing attention to yourself and then getting in. Okay, so Scout pushes up there. Scout pushes through Banana first, then Demo Man, then Medic. If your flank Scout wants to sort of play to get info on the opposite side to where you guys are pushing, he can. So if he still wants to do this and jump up here to spot the underground shove, or potentially maybe spot their drop down in case they try to get a soldier behind you guys if they know that you're pushing their side, that's fine. If you want to act as a sort of second scout to get in, you can also just do this. You can look for potential damage opportunity from low ground. You basically just want to take attention away from your combo if your team decides to push up their side. So just kind of exists to be annoying. You don't have to go in and don't try to get like crazy damage or deny soldiers, but that's at least how I would play it, and I was told that it was effective enough.
I have a question. So,
Mm.
like, say in the event that Lo-Fi wants to kind of go up and play like a secondary scout to deny,
On when you guys are playing your side.
yeah, who
Okay.
would be spotting lower for like any soldiers that want to shove?
That'd be a roamer then.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be me.
So
Yeah,
it's just like
that'd be a roamer and big door.
whoever's like at the start gonna be playing more aggressive, the other person should be watching.
Yeah, by default, it should be your flank scout because your roamer is not always going to be in big door. But if your flank scout decides that he wants to play on concrete with the rest of his combo, like here or whatever, playing to get damage on point like this, that's fine. You just need to make sure that Mons is in big door to spot that. So that comm needs to come from Lo-Fi saying like, I'm playing second pocket in this mid, and then Mons is like, okay, I'm going to play to big door then. It's all positioning adjusted based off of like priority for who is where. So your side is the first priority, and then generally what the soldiers want to do is the second priority. And then if those aren't working or something like that, and you want to try something else, then other players like your flank scout and whatnot can come if they want to try something differently. Flank scout's pretty flexible, so generally when he decides to change his play style, it doesn't really shift up how other players need to play because he's not a super essential player in the mid. He can be, but generally he's not. Okay, so that's how you push their side. Medic, you basically just want to avoid getting caught on low ground when you guys are pushing their side, so don't be afraid, even if these picks don't actually immediately generate, don't be afraid to just like walk forward and get up onto this pseudo high ground while like, baiting and keeping an eye on their soldiers and stuff like that. Like even if Drew is struggling to get this kill on like this demo or whatever, you need to just get out of this area here because this is like a death sentence. So just don't linger for too long. And also don't linger for too long and buff your soldiers because in reality, if the other team, even if they're rolling out and playing their side, if you guys get to mid fast enough and bomb their side fast enough, you guys jumping this demo man, you're going to land here before the rest of their team finishes rolling out through elbow. And if they decide to roll out through elbow when you guys are playing their side, this is really, really bad for them. So not having crazy buffs as a soldier isn't really going to matter if they're just in, like Minceville, area here down here anyway. Like, let's say I'm like a soldier and I get like a 220 buff, whatever. So I can do like a single rocket jump and now I'm at full HP by the time I land up here. It's only the demo man that we have to worry about and bully out of choke. And then if they try to rotate to play their side, this with like 200, 180, 190-ish HP, this is fine. It's not a big deal. And your medic will be right behind you. So I wouldn't worry too much about buffs in here. Okay. In the event that their team decides to push and play your guys' side, you basically just play it like an opposite side switch mid. So let's say you guys are rolling out with the intention to play their side, and then they roll out to play with the intention of your side. You would just play it like how you would a normal mid fight, as if you were playing on each other's normal sides. So you have your demo man here getting spam across the point, your pocket scouts playing here, medic baiting and choke, soldier playing up on yada yada yada. You get the point. Okay, so Drew, if you're rolling out and you go through banana and you see that no one's here and you see that they're going up your banana, just call it. Just say, okay, we're playing, we're playing default. Just say we're playing a default mid. Just comment.
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty much it for those two. The last thing that you guys can do is you guys can roll out to play your side. However, this involves getting a soldier behind through drop down. It's called submarining. Basically, when you guys are done rolling out, you are rolling out with the intention to play your side, and you are. So everybody's going to get into their default positions. But instead, the soldier that has the most buffs through here, generally it'll be the roamer because he'll have the best preserved buffs. Or he should, at least. You will try to work that soldier down by aggressively, like at the beginning of the mid, just walking forward like this, or buffing him, on the rollout more, getting him more health, and then he can just do a left-hand wall jump to get into their drop down. Then while he's here, provided he does it fast enough, if it goes unspotted or he thinks it goes unspotted, you guys can basically just play it how you would normally, but then play to pinch with your soldier coming up out of choke. So play aggressively, get good spam, bully them backwards, and then eventually once they're focused on you guys essentially walking across point, your soldier, pinches at the same time as you. So it can work. Again, though, that's really only going to work if this soldier goes unspotted, or like you're pretty sure that he goes unspotted.
I could
So
do a fast roll up for that.
yeah, you can fast roll out. You're just going to have basically no HP by the time you get up through drop downs. So you just have to be careful. If it goes completely unspotted and they don't even expect you there, the HP is not going to matter, right? You're going to get your damage without them seeing you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you just need to so either do the Bashi rollout and try that, or if one of your players, like your flank scout or whoever, is like spotting for info and they see like, okay, yo, like they're not spotting drop down like at all. We should try to get a soldier behind, and that would be an apt time to try it out. And that works for both if they are pushing your side and also if they are playing their default and playing their side. Works better if they're playing their side, but if they are pushing your side and you guys roll out like this, and then you end up playing, you're like, oh shit, yeah, they're pushing our side, we should push their side. Then your soldier's just, he's right there in the drop down with you, and it just plays like a normal mid. So all roads pretty much lead back to playing a default mid, unless you are playing to bomb to push up their side, and it works. In the event that it doesn't work because they read it or whatever, it just immediately results back into defaults. You just play each other's side. Okay. So it's pretty simple, like brass tacks wise. You just need to make sure, Drew, that you are calling to cancel the original idea if the other team reads it. So you have to be vocal about what side your team is playing on in the event that your mid plan needs to change. So adaptation is important for this one. So just make sure everyone's listening. But other than that, that's pretty much it. There's like some other like gimmicky stuff that you can do, but in all like double soldier out through big door. But in all honesty, it's not necessary. You guys should just practice those main three things, and this will be a good way for you guys to practice your adaptation of your mids, and recognizing flaws in other teams. Finding weak spots so you guys can do mid plans that work better. So it's a good map for that.
Okay.
Any questions, or can I move on to product? Because I don't want this to take too long. No? Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna